Hi guys, Savannah here. Today I'm going to show you my recipe for cannelloni. So I'm making it slightly different. I'm making it with mashed pumpkin and chicken. So I've got about 2 kilos of pumpkin here. I've chopped it up finely. I've preheated my oven to 200 degrees and I'm just going to pop these in until they're really soft to the touch. I want them nice and soft so that I can mash them. Okay, so I have just taken my pumpkin out of the oven. As you can see, it's a beautiful orange colour and it's soft to the touch, so they're just squishing underneath my finger, which is perfect because we're going to mash them. So here, I've just bought a rotisserie chicken because it's much easier. I don't have to make my own. I can just pull the chicken off. I've chopped it finely. So now I'm going to get my pumpkin into the same bowl, and then I'm just going to mash it all together so we can make like a kind of creamy filling to put in the middle of our cannelloni. So I just use this fork. You can use a masher if you want. You could even use a hand mixer. But this is nice and soft, so I don't need to use anything too fancy. Just a fork will do. Okay, so I've mashed all my pumpkin and chicken together. As you can see, it's holding firmly together. So I'm going to put in a generous amount of salt and pepper just for seasoning. Okay, now I have a block of Parmesan cheese, which I'm going to grate into our mixture. Okay, so that looks good. Just get it all off. And mix that well. Okay, so I've mixed this all together nicely. Now it smells really good because of the Parmesan cheese. I've turned my oven back on to preheat. Now, I have some pasta sauce here just from a jar. You can make your own if you want with some pureed tomatoes, and you can add all sorts of herbs. Okay, so now that I've finally got my pasta sauce open, I have oiled a pan. I'm just going to spread this along the bottom. It doesn't have to be thick, it just has to cover the bottom of the pan because that's what we're going to sit our cannelloni on top. And if you don't put any sauce, then it's kind of going to be dry and a bit bland on the bottom. So I just kind of spread it around until it's coating the bottom and you can't see it anymore. So I like to make cannelloni with lasagna sheets. Fresh lasagna sheets, not the hard ones. I just find it easier. I can make them as big as they want. I can put in as much as I want, and I don't have to worry about trying to stuff them. So, as you can see, they're not huge, but they are large enough that you're only going to need probably 2 logs of cannelloni to fill you up. So, I just grab a spoon, and very simply, spoon it right in the middle. You can choose how much you want. If you don't want a lot, don't put a lot in. If you want big ones, it's up to you. So, I'm probably using 3 to 4 teaspoons to fill this, maybe even 5, but I mean, scoop it on, and then we can just kind of roll it, and then pop it straight in. Now, I like to do seam side down, otherwise it might unroll. Now, if you were really keen, you could probably do an egg wash on the bottom, but these are slightly floured, which means that they're probably not going to stick with the egg wash anyway. So I just put them seam side down, that way they stick, and when they cook, they kind of glue together. Just pop them right in the sauce. Okay, so as you can see, I've rolled all of them, and I've placed them in, and now I can fit about 10, which is excellent. Now, once you've done that, you need to pour the sauce over the top. And that's my microwave. Okay, so that one's done, so I'll do this one now. Okay, so pour it over the top. Now, I like to give it a bit of a bang. That way it kind of lets the sauce settle into all of the cracks. So I'll put one. Make sure it's covered nicely, otherwise the lasagna sheets will kind of dry up a little bit in the oven. So, a good toss around. Now, I have some mozzarella that I'm just going to sprinkle over the top. I'd say probably 10 to 15 minutes at 200 degrees, maybe 20 minutes. It really depends on how good your oven is